Shalom to all my listeners out there. You're highly welcome to today's teaching. I'm just very happy that you just clicked to watch it. Today I would like us to dig deep, with history, the true history of what is written in the scripture about the tribe of the southern kingdom and the tribe of Judah, in particular. So because we were studying who the southern kingdom is, will really give you an insight of who the people who are going to be who are going to be the mouthpiece when it comes in this last days. Now I'm going to show you something right now that is going to that's going to give you an overview, an understanding of actually what is going on. So today let's go to the book of Luke chapter number 21. But before we go to the book of Luke chapter number 21, I want you to get what happened briefly. That was during the time of 70 AD. You remember that the house of Israel were collectively, called the house of Israel. So, but there was a great divorce that happened between in the house of Israel. So the northern kingdom, which made up the 10 other tribes, broke off. So they were being ruled by their own king, and the southern kingdom also was being ruled by their own king. So now what happened is, the moment the northern kingdom, which is the 10 tribes, left, the Most High caused them to make them to go away from his side. So what happened is, the king of Syria brought people, from different places, and they occupied that particular land. After occupying that particular land, now this is where you get the land of all this land of the Palestinians and so on and so forth. So they occupied that particular area, the northern kingdom, because the people who were supposed to be there are no longer there. So but then the southern kingdom were still there. After the northern kingdom left, the southern kingdom were still there until 70 AD. So 70 AD was the time when Vespasian, the Roman emperor, who is called Vespasian, went, they came, to do what? To besiege Jerusalem. And the Jerusalem was under was in the southern kingdom. So now what happened is, they came, Vespasian and his men and his troop, they came. But before this coming of this Vespasian, Yahudah have already prophesied and told his followers that these people are going to come. That is, the Romans are going to come. So this thing, the coming of the Romans, happened in 70 AD, and it is still going on. So it's a siege that has not, it is a siege that is still going on at this time. It has not stopped, but it is coming to an end at this time now. So what I'm saying is, the Messiah, Yahudah, he spoke about what happened in 70 AD. He said that when you see Jerusalem being encompassed by army, let him who is in Judea. So now talking about who? Talking about the southern kingdom now. The people who are in the southern kingdom, let them do what? Let them flee towards down. That is to say, flee to the mountains. So that is telling you that the people who were the southern kingdom were the people who were there before the Roman people invaded. Remember what I told you, that the northern kingdom has already been occupied by the troops, by the people whom the king of Assyria brought, and they took over the northern kingdom. So but the southern kingdom was still there until the Romans through Vespasian came in 70 AD and besieged, chased the people who were there into the mountains. And where did they fled to when they were running? They fled into what we today call Africa. And when they went into Africa, they went many of them, they dispersed in different parts of Africa, but many of them went into where it is today called the west coast of Africa. But before this place was called West Africa, it was called Negro land. That is to say, that Negro land, which they call it, they use that word Negro land to identify the people who are staying in that area, telling you that the people who are staying in this place where you people call West Africa today, these people are Negroes. And this Negro is a name which the Romans used to do to hide the identity of the people who are in West Africa. So I'm just bringing this knowledge now, to so many of our brothers and sisters who might be coming, who might come across this video, at this time, because it is very vital to really get what is going on, because that siege which you see which Yahushua spoke about. We are going to see it according to the scripture. It is in the book of, let's go there now so that you can be able to see what I'm talking about, in the book of Luke chapter number 21, because that siege, that particular siege that the Romans did, went in through Vespasian in 70 AD, that siege is still going on at this time. But at this time now is the time when Judah is going to do what? Is going to fight back. You get what I am saying, my brothers and sisters out there? This is the time when Judah is going to do what? Is going to fight the Romans now back. The Romans have pushed them all the way, all this while, since 70 AD, the Romans has been pushing the house of, the southern kingdom. They have pushed them now against the wall. And these people ain't got, their option. The next thing is to what? Is for them to push back. Because now they have pushed the southern kingdom to the wall. So what happened? The southern kingdom are going to start doing what? Pushing them back. That is the siege that is going on. So that siege started since 70 AD through Vespasian, through this emperor, which is called what? Vespasian. And what am I saying? I'm saying that Yahushua talked about this particular thing that is going to happen. Now we are going to read about it in the book of what? In the book of Luke, chapter number 21. We're going to see what I'm talking about, my dear brothers and sisters. In the book of Luke, chapter number 21, let's start reading from verse 20. It said, "And when you shall see Jerusalem compassed with armies, they know that the desolation thereof is nigh." Who is talking here? Yahushua is talking. He said, when you see Jerusalem being encompassed by army, know that that this desolation, meaning what? That the destruction of Jerusalem is what? Is near. So look at the hint which he is giving to them. He said, "Then let them which are in Judea." Now let the southern kingdom people who are what? In Judea is the southern part. Let them do what? Let them flee to the mountains. So when you see these Roman people coming, that was when they started, the siege started in 70 AD. So when you see these people coming, so they are coming. That was when they came. That was when they came en masse. They came forcefully, through this Vespasian, So now what happened is, he's telling the Judean that, look, flee to the mountain and let them which are in the midst of it depart. Let the people who are in central depart. And let not them that are in the countries enter. Their people who were already outside of Judea, they should not come back. They should stay from there. They should look for an escape route. You get what I'm saying? So he is giving what? He is telling us what is going to befall. What is going to happen, to Jerusalem and what? And the people who are staying in this part of area. This is the precaution. This is what you need to do as soon as you see the Romans coming, to do what? To besiege what? Jerusalem. Because he said that this is the day of vengeance. Look at what he said in verse 22. He said, "For this be the days of vengeance, that all things which are written may be what? May be fulfilled." So right there, Yahushua is giving us what? Is giving us the hint of what is going to happen to the southern kingdom. And these things happen. So now the Romans chased the people, the tribe of Judah now, the kingdom of the southern kingdom now, and chased them, and they ran and went into what? Into different parts of what? Africa. And they went in majority now into what is today known as what? The West Africa. Before it was called West Africa, it was Negro land. And before it was called Negro land, the Yahudim who fled from the Roman persecution and went to that Negro land, they called that area what? Kingdom of what? Wider, Kingdom of Judah. That is to say, they went to that place and they identified themselves by the name of where they came. So they identified themselves by the name of where they came from. So that was why when they went into West Africa originally, what happened is they gave it the name, the Kingdom of what? Wider, the Kingdom of Judah. Telling the people that these same people who you see in this Negro land are the people who came all the way from who came there through when because of the chase which what the Romans chased them, and they occupied this area of land. That was why they called it. Go and check your ancient map. Go and check this 15th century map, and you see what I'm talking about. You will see the Kingdom of Judah, located in what is today known as what? As West Africa. Why is it like that? It is showing you that the people who are located, who are staying in this place, are the same people who the Romans chased from the southern kingdom. So, and even the name, even when you go into Even when you go into Cameroon today, you see that the capital city of Cameroon is called Yaoundé. Yaoundé simply means what? Yahudah, simply means what? Judah. So these are telling you, these things are giving you an insight of what? Of the people who are staying what? In the what is today known as what? West Africa. They dispersed in different parts of the world, but they went in majority in what? In what is today known as what? As West Africa. And particularly also, you see them located in the in the western part of what, in different east and west and all different part of the world, they were dispersed. So now I'm going to show you what is going to happen, because this time now is the time when the southern kingdom had to push back against what? Against these Romans, because these Romans, this siege now, these people have pushed them all the way against the wall. So what is next? Since the pushing, since these Romans have been, all the way since 70 AD, the siege has been going on. But this time around is what? Is the end of it all. So now Judah need to push back. Judah need to do what? Need to strike back. Judah can no longer just stay and allow these Romans to keep on pushing them to keep on pushing them when the pushing has already gone, when the pushing now has gone to the wall. So they can no longer push them to nowhere. So this time around, it is the time for Judah to do what? To push back. Now let's go to the book of Joel. I want to show you what is going to happen. Because it is time, it is the rise of Judah this time around, because Judah can no longer tolerate all this nonsense. Now let's go to the book of Joel, chapter number 3, from verse 1. It said, "For behold, in those days and in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem." So the Most High is going to do what? He's going to remember, he's going to bring back the captivity. He's going to do what? He's going to put a spirit, he's going to put a ruach in his people. To do what? To go against that Roman, to go against those people that has been pushing them since 70 AD. And therefore, these people need to rise to do what? To go against those people. To go against what? To go against the Romans that has done what? That has pushed them against the wall. They need to rise, otherwise, what next? Because they have been pushed to the wall, by them Romans, by this siege which they have done all the way since 70 AD. And this siege is still going on. They are still being persecuted left and right. And this time is the time that they need to do what they need to do, what they need to push back. Now listen to what the Most High is saying. "For behold, in those days," which means at this time that we are in now, and in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem. He shall do what? He shall bring it to remembrance, and I will also gather all nations, and I will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat, and will plead with them there for my people, his people who are what? Who are his people, the tribe of Yahudah, and will plead with them there for my people and my heritage Israel. He said, "Whom they have scattered among the nation and has parted my land." So that is to let you know that this time is what he said, that he will get in those days. That means at this time that we are in now, he will again bring the captivity of Judah. That is to say, those things which they have done, he's going to do what? He's going to put that is a work in the people, in the Judites, and they are going to do what? They are going to fight against the people who have done what? Who have pushed them all this while. Now let's go to the book of Micah. I want to show you something that happened there. Because all this while you see that what? Judah has been there, but the rise of Judah is going to be the fall of all the whole world that you're seeing, all the whole countries, every other nation on this planet. This is why so many of them are afraid of Judah. This is why they are so much afraid of Judah, because the rise of Judah is going to be what is going to bring down every nation that you're going to see on the face of this earth, of this universe. Now this is why they are so much afraid of Judah. And Judah today, they are in large majority in the west coast of Africa, located in a place where nearby, in a place where they call in the place where you people call, at this time, they call it West Africa, and precisely, in the area of Nigeria, because this is where these people are, right now. They are very, very vigilant. Now let me tell you, they know that the rise of these people are going to be the end of the whole world, because Judah this is what is going to happen. Now let me show you what is going to happen, because it's written in the book of Micah, chapter number 5, from verse 8, Judah has been here. Judah has been here all this while, and Judah has been watching what is going on. Judah has been observing everything that has been going on, and now it is time for Judah to do what? To act. Now listen to what happened. He said, and the remnant, verse 8 of Micah chapter 5 from verse 8, he said, and the remnant of Jacob, that means the remnants, the Judah, those who have remained from Jacob. That is to say, those who are still remaining. Therefore, remember after the siege went through 70 AD. So the remnant, those who remain, that is to say, that is talking about what? The southern kingdom. So the remnants, that is what? The southern kingdom, the Judites, the remnant of Jacob shall be among the Gentiles in the midst of many people. Therefore, Judah is going to be in the midst of the Gentiles in different places. What do you see in the pop now? Tell me, in this planet now, what people are the people who are the people that are more when it comes to what? When it comes to being in every nation, in every country on the face of this universe, what people are there? That are from the west coast of Africa, that are from different places, that are being taken from west coast of Africa to Americas, and that are being taken that are spread in different parts of the world today. When they go to any country, you hear them and you see them, you know that these people are different from any other people. Why is it like that? Because the remnant, these are the remnant of Jacob, and these people are going to be the ones that are going to do what? That are going to pull down every stronghold that the enemy is trying to use. Anything that the enemy these are the people that are going to do what? That are going to bring down everything that try to exalt himself above the knowledge of the Most High Yahudah. Now listen to what is going to happen. He said, in the midst of many people, as a lion among the beasts of the forest. They are going to be what? They are going to be as a lion among the beasts of the forest, as a young lion among the flock of sheep. He said, who if he go through, when he start going through, listen to what is going to happen. He said, both tread it down and tear it in pieces, and none can deliver. Judah has been all this while watching what is going on, and it is time for Judah to do what? To strike back. It is time for Judah to do what? Because Judah, now I'm going to show you what is going to happen, because the rise of Judah is going to be the end of all this war that you're going to see. It is going to be what? The rise of Judah. They are so much afraid of Judah because they know who Judah is. This is why they have been doing everything they are doing. They are using everything they can to do what? To suppress Judah, from rising, because they know that any time that Judah rises, that is going to be the end of them all. That is going to be what? The end of them all. Now listen to what happened. Let me show you what happened into the book of Genesis. Let me show so that you can be able to know the promise that the Most High has promised that the Most High Yahudah has promised Judah. Because there's something that happened there. Let's go to the book of Genesis, chapter number 49, from verse 8. Genesis, chapter number 49, from verse 8. It says what? It says, Judah, thou art he whom thy brethren shall praise. Thy hand shall be in the neck of thine enemies. Who are the enemies of Judah? The enemies of Judah are those people that came and besieged and chased them away from where they used to be, and they chased them into the west coast of Africa. And now that they are in Africa, the enemies still want to come to Africa and do what? And finish what they have started in 70 AD. Now Judah is going to do what? Judah is going to go against those enemies. Now listen to what happened. The Bible is saying, Judah, thou art in whom thy brethren shall do what? Shall praise. Because Judah is going to this time around strike back to his enemy. He said, now Judah is going to be the one that his brethren is going to be. His brethren are going to praise. All other his brethren are going to do what? They are going to be happy for Judah. They are going to praise Judah for what he has done, because Judah is going to be the one that is going to stand against what? Against them Romans, against them Western world, against all this. Judah, the rise of Judah is the end of them all. And Judah, as I'm talking to you now, is what? Is on the rise. Open your eye, you can see who Judah is. Judah is right before you talking. Judah is everywhere. You can see Judah everywhere that you're seeing. My dear brother, now listen to what he said. Judah, he said, thy hand shall be in the neck of thy enemy. So Judah is going to be he's going to be the one that will hold the neck of his enemy. Therefore, he's going to be what? He's going to be the one that is outspoken and everything. He's going to be the one that is active. He's going to be the one that is going to bring back the glory of the kingdom of Yahudim. Now listen to what happened. He said, the hand shall be in the neck of thy enemies, thy father's children shall bow down before thee. Because Judah is going to be the one that is going to do what? He's going to bring the light. Through him, the light is going to shine to what? To his brethren. And they are going to be what? Through Judah now, the life, through Judah, they are going to get a relief, from the pressure that they have been undergoing all this while from what? Through the Roman persecution. Judah is going to be the one that is going to lift up those things that they have been, is going to make through Judah, they are going to do what? They are going to be set free. So this is why he's saying that thy father's children, talking about other tribes, thy father's children shall bow down before what? Before thee. They are going to do what? Judah is going to have more respect. They are going to do what? They are going to cherish Judah more. He said Judah is a lion whip from the prey, my son. Thou art gone up. He stooped down. He couched as a lion, and as a young lion, who shall rouse him up? So now who shall rouse him up? He has already risen, because what? He is among what he has been all this while. He has been watching, and this time that he has risen, now there is nobody that is going to stop Judah. There is nobody that is going to do what? Stop the rise of Judah. And this is going to be a brand new nation that nobody on this face of the earth is going to stop their rise. And the rise of this Judah, is going to be a nation on its own that is going to do what? That is going to rise from what? From a place where many people, out of the midst of many people, this nation is going to do what? Is going to rise up. And the rise of Judah, I'm telling you what I know, because this Judah, this tribe of Judah, this kingdom of Judah, many of them, they went into what is called today the west coast of Africa. They dispersed in different parts of Africa, but majority went into west coast of Africa. This is why you see the British, when they went into Africa, when they went into west coast of Africa, they went there to take so many of our brethren. They took them into the west, into the Americas to do what? To take them as slaves and so, because they know exactly who the Judites are. They were after what? They were after a particular people. And today, Judites are located in those areas. In so many of them are still there. And Judah, this is the rise of Judah. So in that area, there's going to be a new nation, brand new nation that is going to rise from west coast of Africa. And that nation, the rise of that nation is going to be the end of all these Europeans. It's going to be the end of every other nation that tried to bring his head. So the rise of that nation is going to be the end of any nation that tried to raise his head up against the knowledge of the Most High Yahudah. Because Judah is going to be the one that is going to do what? Is going to bring the light. He's going to be the one that is going to do what? Is going to be used, to chastise so many of these nations. Because all this while, the Romans have been doing what they have been perpetuating. So, and remember what the Bible said in the book of Joel chapter 3. Right? Let me show you. Let me take you back there again, so that you can be able to see what I'm talking about. In the book of Joel chapter number 3. Joel chapter 3. It says from verse 2, it says, now I'll also gather all nations, and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat. You see how the Most High himself is going to do. He's bringing the nations. He's gathering them in that place, in the valley of Jehoshaphat right now. Because after he gathered them into the valley of Jehoshaphat, he's going to plead with them, for his people, which they have done which they have already scattered. They sold the children of Judah to the Christians. They sold them to different places. So he's gathering them all now to do what? To bring judgment upon their own head, And that is what in the valley of Jehoshaphat, located in area like the Persian, in somewhere in that Iranian side, So this is what is happening. So the Most High is doing what he's doing. He's bringing judgment to those people, so that he can do what? So that the rise of Judah in the West Africa is going to do what? Is going to occur fast. And these Judites, they know, all the Westerners are what? They are trembling. And I'm talking to you now. They know that what we are saying, that what we are doing is what? That there's nothing that is going to stop the rise of Judah on the face of this universe. Because we are out here, and we are going to do what? And what the Most High has already laid down, ain't nobody on the face of this universe that is going to do what? That is going to stop what he has already ordained to happen. The rise of Judah is the end of them all. The pushing, all these wars that have been going on since 70 AD. Brothers, sisters, this is the time you have to rejoice, because Judah is here. Judah is talking to you today, because this is the time that you need to do what? You need to just lift up your hands and shout hallelujah, because we are out here. We are out here to do what? We are out here to do what? To liberate and set our people free. And what I'm talking about, the rise of Judah, is right here before you. Now let's go to the book of Deuteronomy chapter number 33. I want to show you something that happened in the book of Deuteronomy chapter number 33.
Deuteronomy chapter number 33 from verse 7. He said what? He said, and this is the blessing of Judah. And he said, oh, hear Yahudah, the voice of Judah, and bring him unto his people. Let his hand be sufficient for him, and be thou an help to him from his enemies. Because these are what the Most High is going to do. What he's going to be the one that is going to, he's the one fighting, he's the one doing what he just needs us to do, what to be what he wants us to be, and then he will just sit back and see how he fight for us. You see all these wicked entities that have been trying to do what, that have been trying to wipe off what, that have been trying to wipe off Israel, they have been trying to wipe off Judah. They don't want to see Judah with eye. They don't want to see Judah because they know, they believe that if they could get rid of Judah, then that is going to be what, then they can be able to do what, to take everything that belongs to Judah. You know, but Judah cannot be there and let them enemies do what, continue their siege. This is time that Judah is going to do what, it's going to fight back, and the fight back of Judah is going to do what, it's going to definitely win. And when Judah wins, that means that is the end. Do you know of any civilization that you are seeing that is going to be the end of it? Because the rise of Judah is going to be the end of everyone, and they know it. If you think that they don't know it, go and ask all these people, all these ministers, all these presidents that you have in your countries, in different places, England and so on, Queen of England and so on, all of them. Go and ask these people and see, and they know who Judah is, and they are afraid of Judah, the rise of Judah, because they know that the rise of Judah is the end of them. Oh, China, all these places, because we are going to bring them all to subjection, whether they like it or not. You know, we don't even have no time for them now. You know, so what I'm not saying is, you need to do what you need to go about what the scripture has said. The siege took place all the way from since 70 AD. I want to show you something, and this siege has been going on since that 70 AD till now. And this is the end of the siege. So now the Romans, they wanted to, bring their siege, just at the epic, so that they can crown it all. And by crowning it all is to wipe. They want to wipe off Judah so that they can be everything now, so that they can take everything that they wanted to, because if they can get rid of Judah, then that means they can be able to do what? To take everything. They can now take everything. So this is why they are planning so much evils against what? Against Judah. But now, since they are doing it, because the more they are doing it, the more they are pushing Judah against the wall. Now Judah back is against the wall. There's no way, so there's no more way, left, right, or front, in any other way. So now Judah has to do what? Has to fight back, or else he will sit back and let these demons, these enemies do what? Finish him. And this cannot happen when Judah is the one that the Most High has already ordained to do what? To be the one that is going to be outspoken. When it comes to what, he's going to be the one that his own brothers are going to do what? Are going to praise. So Judah is going to do what? This is the time that Judah is going to push back. And that is why I'm telling you should watch out for a brand new nation that is going to rise out of what? Out of West Africa, out of West, if precisely, even I can tell you, out of Nigeria. There's going to be what? There's going to be a nation that is going to do what? It's going to come out from there. And that nation is going to do what? It's going to take the whole world. Whether you like it or not, this has already been written that is going to happen, because the rise of Judah is going to do it, because the Bible said it's going to happen in the book of Micah. Now let me take you back there again, so that you can be able to see what I'm talking to you. Say that what? Let me show you back. You say, and the remnant of Jacob shall be among the Gentiles. We've been among the Gentiles all this while, right? So now he said what? In the midst of many people. In the midst of many people. Look at the way they have been scattered different places. Look at the way they are everywhere. You go everywhere. You see, you go different nations. You see what? You see the so-called Negroes. You see the so-called people. The so-called Negroes. Go to the United States. You see a lot of them in there. You see the way they've been scattered in different places. So he said what? I'm in the midst of many people, as a lion among the beasts of the forest, as a young lion among the flocks of the sheep, who, if he goeth through, both tread it down and tear it in pieces, and none can deliver. This is the rise of Judah I'm talking about. This is the rise of a brand new nation. And that new nation is going to be a rod that the Most High is going to use to chastise, to finish every other nation that does not want to bring himself, that does not want to subject himself, to the knowledge of the Most High, and this is what is going to happen. So watch out for that brand new nation, which is going to rise, which is going to do what, which is going to rise from what? From the west coast of what you people call West Africa today, but originally was called what was called the Kingdom of Yahudah. Was in that place, in that area. Precisely, watch out in Nigeria. This is going to be a place where a brand new nation is going to rise, and that brand new nation is going to be the rod which the Most High is going to use to do what? To chastise every nation that you're going to see. And these nations, they are afraid of that nation. They are afraid of that small nation to rise. This is why they have been suppressing everything about these people, everything about this small group of people, because they know that the rise of this small group of people is going to be the end of the whole world that you're going to see. It's going to be the end of them all. And this is what I want you to get. My dear brothers and sisters, I'm here to do what? To enlighten you. I give you the concrete knowledge of what is written in the what? In the set apart word. Now let me take you briefly now, so that you can be able to see in the book of Luke chapter number 17, briefly, before I make, before today's lesson, I put it through the book of Luke chapter number 17. Luke chapter 17. Let's start reading from verse 20. Luke 17 verse 20. He said, and when he was demanded of the Pharisee when the kingdom of Elohim should come, he answered them and said, the kingdom of Elohim. Now the kingdom, somebody get what I'm about to say. He said, and when he was demanded of the Pharisees when the kingdom of Elohim should come, he answered them and said, the kingdom of Elohim cometh not with observation. It is not coming to observing this. How is it going to come? How is it going to come? Now listen to what I'm about to say to you now. He said, neither shall they say, lo there or lo there. For behold, the kingdom of Elohim is within you. Somebody get it. He said what? That the kingdom of Elohim is within you. We are right there. We have been there all this while watching what these people are doing. And now we are coming out. The kingdom of Elohim is coming out. And that kingdom is going to be what is going to be what the Most High is going to use to do what? To chastise. That kingdom of Elohim is coming out like a bird, like a brand new nation. Like what? Like a small brand new nation which is going to do what? Which is going to rise from what? From what you people call to the West Africa. And that nation is going to be what the Most High is going to use to chastise all the nations. And they know it. And this is why they've been fighting hard against these people. They know who these people are. They know who our brothers are. They know what is going on. And this is why you need to rise, you Judah, the tribe of Judah. The rise of Judah is the end of all. And Judah is who his brethren is going to praise. I'm telling you what the word said. Listen to what he said again. They say, neither shall they say, lo there. Do not be deceived by them. Because why? For lo there, for behold, the kingdom of Elohim is within you. And it's to say, we've been here. Remember what I told you? Remember what I told you in the book of Micah chapter 5 from verse 8. Say, and the remnant of Jacob shall be like a lion, in the midst of what? In the midst of the forest, So now the lion has been here. Everyone that's all this while. So what happened is this nation, this kingdom that you are here, you've been hearing, is right here. And it's going to spring out all the way from what? From the west coast of Africa. I'm talking to you, I know what I'm saying. And from that place, it is going to spread like what? Everywhere, and they are going to know it. And this is why they've been fighting hard to do what? To make the people of the Most High to forget. Because they don't want you to know who you are as a people. Watch out, for a brand new nation that's going to rise up from what? From what you people call the West Africa today. Those places what you see, the people who are living in what is today known as Nigeria, those people, they ain't just not ordinary people, I must tell you. The people who live in the West Africa, they ain't just no ordinary people. They don't know they are not. You have to watch out, because these are the people who the Most High have put in there for a specific purpose. And there's nothing. In that area is the place where a brand new nation is going to rise. And that new nation is going to be what the Most High is going to use to chastise every nation on the face of this universe. And they know it, and this is why they are kicking against this so hard. And one day, it's going to happen. And I pray, may the Most High be the one to do what? To interpret and explain what I've just said to you all. To those that have the love for the truth. And those of you who are the enemy, who are you still decide to be enemy, just keep on being enemy. And you're going to see what is going to happen to your own head.
I'm here for just the lovers of truth. For those who love the truth, this message is directed to you. And may the Most High uplift and give you the most grace and more power to do what? To be your brother's keeper. In the name of Yahushua.